Was never in doubt. The result was unlikely to be in doubt even from the off. Scotland rallied a touch towards the end. They looked fit, they looked good, so they're not going to trouble England. We do think that when Ireland have to play Scotland away, that will be, well, far from a foregone conclusion based on the two performances today.
Yeah, just looking at them, even there at the end, myself and Jenny were nearly jumping out of our seats because it was such exciting backline play in particular. Once they got a line break, they were very unfortunate on both times near the end with those two line breaks not to get to score. And I think, you know, as I said earlier, their set piece, it wasn't dominating to start and they were able to fix it. And, you know, English line speed was coming up nice and quick. They changed how they played. They went a little bit out the back, got a little bit deeper, went further out the back. So you can see with this Scottish team that compared to last year, you know, you talk about the contracts just going out recently, but they look fitter, they look faster, and they look far more cohesive than I've seen them in the past few years.
Jenny, it's difficult to assess an English performance. So, I mean, were they good today? Or were they will they be in the dressing room going, yeah, it was grand?
Like, it's such a... like, if you're an English fan, it's such a nice little complaint to have, being like, oh, well, we didn't keep them scoreless, or maybe we should have scored more. Like, we're used to now, any time kick goes to the corner and it's a line out, you're like, well, maul, and more than likely you're going to cross the whitewash. Yeah. You can only judge from what they're playing against. Scotland, and I know we're like, the scoreline was very one-sided. Scotland did well playing against one of the best teams in the world. England didn't look like they got out of fourth gear, okay. And they're dangerous. I think that the big one that we're looking at is France. Ireland will be worried about Scotland. They looked really clinical, organised, tenacious right until the very end, and they have some really talented players, and no one wants that wooden spoon spot.
And I think as well, you know, with that, from an English perspective, there was a lot of chat about some injuries before the game, you know, at 10 in particular. And I thought Holly Atkinson, who'd probably be the third choice, really, if you were to look at the players that are ahead of her, came on and absolutely controlled the game from the offset. So, you know, it's such a great place to be in, where you can look at your third choice fly half that can kick the ball, that can control the game, take it to the gain line, play a little bit deeper if needed. And I think we can just see now, obviously hurt from the World Cup, but you know exactly that they're already focusing on that next World Cup.